So this is the main family's crest of the Otsutsukis. I left off introducing Team 7 and all kinds of stuff like that. Had the recap, of course. But today, this is the recap for today. I forgot to explain something at the end of my theory about something. If you guys want to hear it, you must watch the end. But yeah, it's the next day, and the Team 7 is there with Sasuke leaned up against the poles, Sakura staring at Sasuke, and Naruto, I'll say, just leaning against another pole too on the opposite side. But yeah, this is whenever it's been a while since they got there, a couple hours, and it's about to be the end of the day. Or in another hour it's gonna be the end of the day with sunrise. Oh my god, I swear to god. Go somewhere with that. Okay, so I sorry, that was a weird pause. But yeah, Kakashi walks up in there saying, "Oh, sorry, I was just so interested in my book." And they're like, and he explains the bell test. This is when Sakura screams out saying there's only 2 bells. And that's when Kakashi says that, of course there is. If you don't get a bell, you get sent back to the academy. And you can never become a shinobi again. With everybody freaking out except Naruto. Naruto doesn't know the bell test, but he has a sensory ability so high that he can tell that he's lying. Also influenced by the Nine Tails, still giving him the ability to read emotions. Sort of. Not like the full extent of it. Be able to tell if somebody's lying or not. But this is whenever everybody jumps in the forest, but Naruto pretty much disappeared instantly, not even having after image. And that's whenever Kakashi says that Naruto's probably the fastest, seeing how fast he disappeared. And then it's Sasuke, then it's Sakura. This is whenever they're thinking, but none of them are working together and stuff like that. Except when Naruto kind of appears behind them, saying that we should probably work together, saying that it is a Jonin, of course. And this is where Sasuke says, "Nah, I can do this by myself." With him seeing Kakashi jump off into the forest. Or go into the forest, because I'll go get the bells for myself. Sakura, but whenever Sakura is before she can answer, Naruto jumps away. And she's like, "What? No, anyway, I wouldn't even work with that demon." And stuff like that. But like I said, he has been taught humbleness from Jiraiya, so he doesn't get injury during crises or any time until somebody gets hurt, of course. So this is whenever you cut to Sasuke getting beat to death and stuff like that. Then and him pretty much getting clapped and get dragged underground by Kakashi, with Naruto walking up to him, and then you cut to Sakura trying to go get to Sasuke to see if we can team up, saying that he wouldn't resist me. And she pretty much gets genjutsu'd, and just seeing Sasuke pretty much beaten up and stabbed a lot. Then you go back to Naruto pulling Sasuke out, and then this is whenever he says, "Do you want to make a plan now?" He says, "Yes, sure," and stuff like that. And like I said, Sasuke doesn't have anything against him. He's more intrigued than anything, because he doesn't think being different is all that bad, or having something special about you and all that. This is whenever he asked if Sasuke, how much does Sasuke able to do any jutsu? He says fireball. He says, what level of chakra do you have? And he says, level of chakra. How are we supposed to know that? What? Sorry for these weird interruptions, but yeah. This is when they come up with a plan. And Naruto can use Shaolin Jutsus way easier, and he can use regular Jutsus, of course, because he is an otsutsuki. Otsutsukis have perfect chakra control, even though they have high amounts of chakra. So, pretty much, the plan is for why he has so much chakra he has, and I'll say he just kind of sticks his finger into him, measuring the chakra. This is whenever first time he touches the bag, or the bag that he has on him, that I'll say some people haven't really questioned, and he pulls out this tiny little fruit, and he hands it to him, and he says to eat it. What he does, a whole bunch of chakra goes flowing into him, putting him about Kakashi level chakra, where Kakashi doesn't have a lot of chakra. It's only because it's getting siphoned into the Sharingan. But I'll say this chakra burst makes him activate the Tomoe in his eyes. I'll say because he has so much chakra put into him at once that it caused him to get two Tomoe in one eye, one Tomoe in the other. Just because, so he's about the same strength as the Zabuza arc when he's in mid-battle, but with more chakra, of course. But this chakra is not like keep amping up his chakra there forever. It's just like an amp for that moment. With Naruto saying, telling him these hand signs, which Naruto does have all chakra natures, of course, but these hand signs are for fire style, majestic flame destroyer jutsu, which he also gives him another fruit, saying that would probably siphon away all your chakra. Whenever that happens, you eat another one of these with about the same size, with a smaller size fruit, saying this should be able to get you back your normal chakra. And then that's whenever you pretty much get back to full health, and gives him a blade that he has, and tells him to pour chakra into it. And this is also a special blade that I'm introducing to Naruto, is that your strongest chakra nature that you have will appear in this blade, but the blade will instantly get destroyed because it's so fragile once you use an attack on it. So it can't be reused, but it is a good beginner blade to tell what your chakra nature is your strongest one. So, yeah. And I'll say he tells him to throw it at, he makes pretty much a staff, a black staff, as we've seen the Rinnegan can do. And because he has Rinnegan Sharingan, of course he can do it. And he tells him to shoot it, throw it at that. Throw it at the big one, not the small ones. After he gives him the signal of, I'll say, something unexpected. He says something spectacular. And Sasuke's confused about this, of course. And he goes running out there, and that's where we see him jump at Kakashi. He is strong enough to go about toe-to-toe with him with taijutsu and all that, and he does have a lot more stamina, but he throws away his book, of course. This is whenever he hasn't pulled out his blade, of course, but he's punching. But it seems like Kakashi punches, what normal damage that they would do to a normal person would be pretty big, but it seems like Naruto's getting punched by like a regular Genin, which wouldn't do much damage against Naruto. Or, yeah, Genin. Or, no, that would be too much, but we know that he's pretty strong. He is able to carry Zabuza's sword, at least. So I'll say he is able to do at least a good amount of damage, but it's not as much as a normal person would take. And stuff like that, and it seems like Naruto's punches are way stronger than normal people's. And down. I don't know, there's been a lot of interruptions in this video. But yeah. This is whenever you see him weave a couple hand seals. And I'm not sure if these otsutsuki's can not don't have to use hand signs, because I don't think they do. Actually, do they? Have we even seen them use a jutsu except they're like Gekkeigenkais? Well, you seen them shoot? Yeah, we haven't seen them use a jutsu ever. I don't think they know jutsus. We haven't seen Kaguya, so he would be stronger than a normal Otsutsuki, of course, because of this. But he does weave hand seals, which I'll say he can use these jutsus about hand seals help him do it easier, and of course, make them stronger. This is where he does it with I would say, a flower popping out the ground, enclosing Kakashi. This is whenever Sasuke's like, what was that? But he still jumps up, leaves the hand seals, and says, Fire Style Majestic Flame Destroyer Jutsu. Which it wasn't really as strong as Madara's, because he has about Kakashi's level chakra right now. And this causes the flower. This is whenever he's to completely burst, burning Kakashi and sending him back into this area where there is four poles lined up in a pentagram. Wait, I forgot. Yeah, I guess to say a pentagram, I messed up. But this is whenever Sasuke eats the other fruit after he's drained, and this is where he chucks the blade full of electricity, throwing it, and it hits the thing with it completely disintegrating right down to the handle, also hitting it with lines popping up with chakra streams, it moving along with the chakra, trapping Kakashi and shocking him, with him jumping down because he does have energy, with him and Naruto grabbing a bell at the same time, saying that we win, while Sakura is still in the genjutsu somehow. But yeah, this is where it ends. Kakashi congratulates them, but says, why don't you add Sakura? And that's whenever Naruto says, I don't really have any way to implement her. It might have caused more problems except these two movements. He kind of agrees with that, because Sakura she was top, but Ina would be top because she actually has a useful jutsu, but it does have a withdrawal and all that. But yeah, this one will leave it off. And oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. So you know how most clans have this special, not like literally, but how they look. Like the Uchiha has black eyes, black hair, and all that. All the Uchihas do. Namikazes, as long as you're full Namikaze, you definitely have blonde hair. Hyugas have dark round hair, and light brown hair. But Hinata has dark blue hair. You guys can say that was just to make her pop out a little more than most Hyugas. But she was weaker than her little sister, which had black hair. That stuff. But we know people that are not strong can become strong somehow. So that's not out of the realm of possibilities how she got strong. But we can't say all people, but she does have the white eyes. But she has blue hair. That makes me think that she might be half, um, here you go. But this when you say, what about her daughter? You can say that she has 25%, and that's probably why she only has that type of eyes. And somebody could have just added this in. I don't know, it's just a theory of mine. If you guys think this could be possible and all kinds of stuff, and this might pop up somehow for some reason, giving them a different ability from a Gekka Genkai, like Boruto, could explain. We don't know if Hyugas have a special chakra nature, but where else would Boruto get his lightning nature? But we don't know if Hyugas have a special nature that they normally do. But Hyugas, I would most likely say, is wind because of their nature of their abilities, or water, but never lightning, I would think. And if she did have lightning, she should have implemented it. And if other Hyugas had chakra natures, why did they implemented it or used it? That's just something else I thought. But yeah, if you think this could be possible, say it in the comments of this video. Goodbye.